People out there are back. G-Dro, ranking some more craziness, 20 most disturbing dash cam footages. Road rages probably. Car crashes probably. We're not watching this for satisfaction. We're watching for entertainment purposes only. Filming. All I got to tell you, Joe, show me some love for the video. Yes, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right into it. Not a long intro. Have nothing to say. I know it'll be crazy. Once again, yeah, let's get into it right now.
Country road in northern Ontario, and the white truck ahead suddenly ended up on the roof of a house. According to police, the truck had driven off the road and hit a driveway culvert, launching it into a hydro pole. As a result, the impact sent the back end lifting up until the entire vehicle came crashing down onto the roof. Fortunately, no one was home at the time, and both people in the truck walked away without injuries. Meanwhile, the highway was closed for several hours while crews worked to remove the truck from the roof. But this was only number one of the 20 most disturbing dashcam moments, and it gets more intense from here, including a missile strike, a deadly elephant attack, and footage of firefighters trapped in a burnover. This footage was captured on July 26, 2024 in Singapore as a black car.
My bad, to stop real quick. That was number one. A big ass truck landed on top of a house. I mean, like on the roof part, like it landed sideways and shit. That's some video game shit. I ain't gonna front. That's crazy. I've never seen no shit like that besides the video game. A big ass truck lay on the house. I'm just baffled. The look on my face was like, wow. Let's keep watching. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see what happened next. You know what I mean?
Car makes a left turn onto Tanjong Katong Road, passing right next to an active construction site. But seconds later, the ground beneath it starts to crack. Before the driver has any chance to react, the asphalt gives way completely, swallowing her car into a massive sinkhole below. Additionally, the collapse took out 2 entire lanes, leaving the woman trapped at the bottom of the pit. Fortunately, nearby construction workers witnessed the incident and rushed to help, pulling her from the sinkhole before she was taken to the hospital fully conscious. According to officials, the sinkhole had formed right next to a work site operated by Singapore's National Water Agency. Had those workers not been nearby, the outcome could have been far worse.
A new fear just unlocked.
Channel Autotopia LA took a ride in his
Now we have in streets collapsing and sinking. And you seen how it was water underneath the road and the car was stuck underneath the water? You're drowning to death in your own car, in your own safe place, in the middle of the street. Like how he said, if the workers wasn't there, what would really happen? Let's keep watching. I'm talking about there's some crazy shit going on right now. Some wild shit.
200 horsepower Mercury Comet. He had no idea it would end in disaster. Over the course of 23 years, owner Russ had put together this stunning build himself in his home garage. However, there was one major problem. The brakes had been modified 17 years ago and had not been updated since. During what was supposed to be a casual video shoot, the crew noticed a smell of burning brakes, and the accelerator had started sticking at around 2,200 revolutions per minute. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal, but as they approached a stoplight, everything went wrong at once. First, the accelerator stuck, and when Russ tried to slow down, he realized he had no brakes. With a red light ahead and multiple lanes of traffic, Russ swerved to avoid a collision, but there was nowhere to go.
Damn!
The car slammed into a minivan at around 45 to 50 miles per hour.
That's so fucked up, bro. Imagine you gotta go somewhere and then you just get hit, rear-ended, pause. Crazy.
Fortunately, both Russ and the host walked away with non-life-threatening injuries and have since made full recoveries. This dashcam driver was traveling down a quiet country road outside Lebanon, Tennessee, when disaster struck without warning.
Oh, bro, this dude was drunk.
The Gladiator suddenly crossed the center line and slammed head-on into their vehicle with devastating force. As a result, the impact sent the dashcam driver's car flipping completely off the road and into a nearby cow field. The car landed upside down, trapping the occupants inside. When responders arrived, the driver admitted he'd been on his phone. Everyone survived with non-life-threatening injuries, but one glance at a screen nearly cost multiple lives. This
crazy type of shit.
Los Angeles Road late at night in 2019, when the white SUV ahead merged into the middle lane. Everything seemed normal at first, but then the SUV began drifting gradually to the right, before anyone could react, it slammed into the highway barrier with shocking force. Immediately after,
Damn.
the SUV flipped violently and rolled for several seconds before coming to rest upside down, with debris scattered across the asphalt. Fortunately, the airbags deployed on impact, preventing serious injuries. According to commenters who analyzed the footage, the gradual drift suggests the driver had likely fallen asleep at the wheel. Our next moment was posted on Reddit under the title, "I got lucky as hell." We're about to see exactly why. Because as the dashcam driver was exiting the highway, he suddenly lost control, crashed hard, and flipped over.
Yeah, that dude got lucky as hell. Damn. Even though, guys work
According
stuff.
to the driver in the
fell on top
comments,
of him.
he hydroplaned on the wet road, then overcorrected while trying to avoid hitting a light pole. From there, he completely lost control.
Damn.
The road had just been hit by rain, and he admitted he was probably going too fast for the conditions. Miraculously, he walked away with no injuries at all and was able to climb out of the overturned car with the help of the other drivers who rushed over to rescue him. But
Good
it
pedestrians.
serves as a stark reminder of how quickly things can go wrong when you're driving too fast in wet conditions. In July
Yeah, that's nuts.
2025, a white truck was traveling down a two-lane road when a reckless pickup appeared on his left, speeding and overtaking multiple cars. At first, it looked like an impatient driver, but things quickly escalated. As the pickup flew past a Mustang at dangerous speed, it ran the car completely off the road, causing it to spin out violently. Consequently, the out-of-control Mustang then slid directly into the path of the oncoming dashcam truck, forcing the driver to swerve hard to avoid a head-on collision. For a moment, it looked like the truck was going to flip over, but the driver managed to steady the vehicle just in time. Fortunately, no one suffered serious injuries. Meanwhile, the reckless pickup driver can be seen continuing down the road as if nothing happened, and it's unknown whether he was ever tracked down and charged. This hobby race driver was pushing
Insane.
his BMW E90 M3 around Palmer Motorsports Club in Massachusetts, but the weather conditions were far from ideal. Specifically, the track was completely soaked from heavy rain, and he was running on street tires that offered minimal grip in wet conditions. For the first few minutes, everything seemed manageable. However, as the rain intensified, standing water began pooling on the straights. Mid-straight, his car suddenly broke loose as all four tires hydroplaned across the wet surface.
Playing around in the fucking rain. See, I don't even drive fast in the
Despite
rain.
this, he kept his
These motherfuckers
composure
trying to drift and shit,
quick
Tokyo
correction to
drift.
regain control. His stability control also kicked in at the right moment, helping prevent a full spin. Had he panicked or overcorrected, he could have easily spun out and slammed into the barriers at high speed. This
Nuts.
driver was cruising along a highway just seconds after overtaking a fuel truck when things went horribly wrong. Out of nowhere, a tree on the right side of the road tipped over and sent pieces of wood flying directly
What
at
the
the windshield.
hell?
In an instant, the impact
That's some
was
random
violent and the glass shattered on contact, leaving the driver staring through a web of cracks.
Damn.
Fortunately, the windshield was strong enough to hold together and absorb the blow, but had the glass given way, the wood could have gone straight through
The
and struck
expressway.
the driver. Shaken but unharmed, the driver pulled over to process what just happened. This pickup driver was waiting at a red light in Australia when a man wearing nothing but bathing shorts suddenly tried opening his door in a disturbing attempt. In response, the driver hit the gas immediately, but the man jumped onto the back of the pickup and held on as the vehicle sped down the road.
Bro, people be on coke. This dude have on, I thought it was Hot Cheetos pants. I'm like, this dude's a whole pause. Yeah, that dude was on
At
coke
this
or
point,
drugs or
the driver
something.
had no idea what the stranger's intentions were. After a few tense
He was all
moments,
fucked up. Look at
he
his
brought
face.
the pickup to a complete stop, and the man finally jumped off and fled the scene on foot. To this day, it's unknown who the man was or what he was trying to do. This
Kids,
driver
drugs are whack.
encountered
I
a
ain't gonna
clearly intoxicated man who stepped into the middle of the street and refused to move. completely blocking traffic. Furthermore, the pedestrian flipped off the driver.
Bro, what is
and
this?
continued standing in the road despite
An
repeated
NPC
honking.
character?
His erratic behavior caught the attention of nearby bystanders. When the driver honked again, the drunk man suddenly slammed his fist on the car's hood and started screaming insults.
Fuck off from road.
Man, this guy think he's a main character, bro. This dude is a straight NPC. He just walk in the middle of the road. Listen, it gets to a point. If you're getting this drunk to where you don't give a shit about nothing, you gotta just put the alcohol down. You know what I'm talking about? Or stay in the house and drink. This dude's in the middle of the road like a whole asshole just walking with the middle finger up. Damn. I guess he's a main character in this shit. Man, let's keep watching. You know about there's some wild shit going on.
He kept stumbling around the vehicle, yelling threats and refusing to let the driver pass.
Mike, just move out there, please, okay?
Thank you.
For several minutes, the standoff continued. Eventually, the bystanders finally stepped in and
Damn.
physically pulled the man away from the vehicle,
Thank you.
allowing the driver to escape.
Once again, a
On
great
July 7th,
pedestrian.
2020, a Dashcam driver was heading home when he attempted to pass a white Honda Accord. Unfortunately, the Honda driver took it personally and furiously sped up, refusing to let him pass.
Oh, damn, that's
After
an
finally
asshole
getting
move.
ahead, the Dashcam driver thought it was over. Seconds later,
It's never
the
over.
Honda came roaring up from the right lane and tried merging directly into his space, despite there being no room. As a result, the car slammed into his right side, nearly sending both vehicles out of control.
130,133, the new death toll from COVID-19 in the United States after hundreds more people recently lost their lives.
In shock, the Dashcam driver immediately called 911 to report the incident.
Man, people will go to war with you on the road. You gotta
To
just
this
sometimes.
day, it's unknown whether the road rager
Show
was
respect
ever
to people, I
caught
ain't gonna
or
front.
charged.
If
In
you
this
wanna survive
incident,
on the road,
the
you feel me?
Dashcam driver was traveling on a highway in San Bernardino, California, when a red Mercedes came flying up from behind and dangerously overtook
"What
him
the
from the
fuck?"
right at excessive speed. Almost
Damn.
immediately, the Mercedes slammed into the left guardrail, spinning out before careening into the right guardrail as well. Flames immediately erupted from the wreckage as the car came to a smoking stop on the shoulder. Terrified but wanting to help, the Dashcam driver pulled over to check if everyone was okay. Inside were 4 young men in their 20s, and the car reeked of dangerous substances. After trying to talk to them through the damaged Mercedes, moments later all 4 suddenly fled the scene on foot, abandoning the burning wreckage. To this day, it's unknown whether they were ever caught or charged. This driver was making his morning commute down a highway in Malaysia when a massive mushroom cloud of fire suddenly erupted into the sky in the distance. Specifically, the footage was captured on April 1st, 2025, at around 8:08 in the morning in Putra Heights, Subang Jaya. What the driver was witnessing was the aftermath of a Petronas gas pipeline leak that had just triggered a massive explosion. As a result, the fireball sent flames as high as 30 meters into the air. In total, the incident injured 150 people and forced emergency services to evacuate everyone within a 290-meter radius. Miraculously, despite the scale of the explosion, no one was seriously hurt. When this driver was entering a gateway in Tianjin, China, a massive explosion suddenly erupted in the distance at the port ahead.
What the hell? A nuke?
What the driver had just captured was the beginning of one of the most catastrophic industrial disasters in recent history. On August 12, 2015, a warehouse storing dangerous chemicals at Tianjin port exploded with devastating force. In fact, the blast registered as a small earthquake. Moments later, an even larger secondary explosion followed, creating a massive fireball visible for miles. Additionally, the shockwaves shattered windows in buildings several kilometers away and left a massive crater at the blast site. Overall, the
Damn.
explosions caused billions of dollars in damage. Fortunately, the Dashcam driver was far enough away to escape unharmed. On May 29,
Wild shit.
2023, a Dashcam driver in Kiev was waiting at a red light when it turned green. However, just as he was about to accelerate forward, a massive missile came plummeting down from the sky and slammed into the road directly ahead of him, exploding
What the?
on impact.
Oh my! Damn.
As a result, the
Damn.
explosion missed his car by mere inches, with burning debris scattering across the intersection and completely obliterating a traffic light.
Well, them shits called
Meanwhile, the
UAVs
wreckage
from
left
Call of
behind a
Duty.
small fire on the pavement as smoke
Blow
filled the
motherfuckers
air.
up. Damn.
Miraculously, the driver escaped without any injuries. If he had pulled forward just 1 second earlier when the light turned green, this would have ended very differently. When this fire truck responded to the 2015 Pinery bushfire in South Australia, the crew experienced every firefighter's worst nightmare. Specifically, the footage shows the truck pushing through the blaze when suddenly a wall of flames closes in from all sides, completely swallowing the vehicle whole. Within seconds, there is nothing but fire outside every window. Immediately after, the frantic ripping noises you hear are the firefighters tearing off Velcro strips to pull down protective blankets over the windows. At the same time, the truck's external sprinkler system kicks in, desperately working to keep the body and wheels from melting so they can drive out. In the worst cases, the only option is to stop, cut the engine, and wait for the fire to pass. Miraculously, the crew made it out alive. What makes this even more incredible is that the vast majority of these firefighters are volunteers who willingly put themselves in these terrifying situations. This chilling dashcam footage shows
Nuts.
a driver being caught in a violent storm on a highway in Serbia between Belgrade and Novi Sad, with debris flying across the road as the wind reached terrifying levels. Despite being a BMW 7 Series weighing over 2 tons, the car started shaking like a piece of paper, and it was so powerful that the vehicle nearly started sliding across the road. With no other option, the driver pulled over and waited for the storm to pass. Fortunately, the chaos ended just as quickly as it had begun, dying down after only a few minutes. What made the whole experience even more surreal was that just moments earlier, there had been no sign of rain at all, and within 20 minutes, the sky was completely blue again. This driver was making his way to a client's house in South Africa when he came across a herd of elephants crossing the road. He immediately stopped to let them pass, thinking he had given them enough space. However, one massive elephant clearly disagreed.
Damn.
Without any warning, the animal turned and charged directly at his truck with terrifying speed. In an instant, the impact was devastating. Specifically, the elephant slammed into the front end of the vehicle with incredible force, completely crumbling the truck's front section. Miraculously, the driver escaped without any injuries.
Damn, that's so
The
messed up,
elephant
yo.
could have easily flipped the entire truck. This dashcam driver was traveling down a highway in Woodside, California during heavy rain. Suddenly, a car in the left lane hit a patch of standing water and lost all traction, beginning to spin out completely. As a result,
Damn.
the vehicle slid uncontrollably across multiple lanes before colliding with another car on the right side.
Driving in the rain is, yep, that's just don't do it fast. You know what I'm saying? They're making sharp turns and stuff. It's just gonna fuck your
Fortunately,
whole
the
day up.
dashcam driver managed to avoid the chaos entirely through quick reflexes. In the end, no one was seriously injured in the collision, though both vehicles sustained significant damage. But if you want to see even more disturbing dashcam moments, watch this video next.
What the hell? That actually like hell. It was crazy. It was insane. It was nuts. It was 20 most disturbing dashcam moments. You feel me? All I gotta pretty much tell you, Joe, the worst crashes was when the rain was on the fucking ground. You know what I mean? It was wet outside, and they over here drifting in the rain like they're Tokyo Drift. People out there, you know what I'm saying? Show me some love for the video. I'm out. Nothing else to be said. It was all nuts. Peace. Hope for the best. Hope you win. Peace.